And welcome back to the Rowdy Studios with Bob Pockrass of SceneDaily.com. My name is Bass Masters. That's Buzz Cutler talking NASCAR this year, Bob, for the first time in the Chase era, which we always thought sounded like a private eye. Chase era, private eye. We're opening at Chicagoland, downforce racetrack, before we've gone to New Hampshire, and then Dover before we got to downforce track. So how does this play, the opening of the Chase at Chicagoland?
Well, I think it plays into the hands of Roush Fenway and possibly Hendrick, because Roush Fenway was really strong at the start of the year, and then Hendrick has always seemed to kind of, even if they're not so good during the regular season, they seem to kind of come on in the Chase, especially at the tracks, at the intermediate track. So I would say it's fall into their hands.
Because that first race of the Chase is very important to get yourself off to a good start, or at least not a bad start.
Right. I mean, and the whole key to this Chase with this new point system is not to have a bad race.
Yep.
If you finish 30th or worse, you're going to be in deep trouble.
And with 5 of the Chase races being on mile-and-a-half downforce tracks, we get more information early, don't we, by starting at Chicago?
You get a little bit more information early, but what it also does is that with New Hampshire and Dover after Chicago, if a team learns something in Chicago, they can put it in for the rest of the Chase or the rest of the downforce tracks, because you got 3 weeks to do it before you get to Kansas.
Right,
conversely, if they're not quite up to speed on the downforce tracks, they have a little bit more time to make adjustments.
Exactly.
Does this play at all to Kevin Harvick? Not so much because of any kind of downforce prowess, but this has been a good track for him over the years. I think he won the first 2 races here. Does this help him in his quest to sort of move back into the rank of the favorites?
I think it possibly does. Him and Kyle Busch, when you talk about guys who are strong at
Matt
Chicago.
Kenseth's another guy who's very good there.
I mean, so, hey, who won last year at Chicago?
I don't remember.
David Rudiman.
Oh, right.
So, you never know who might win.
And he won that. There was no fluky win there for Rudiman.
No, there wasn't, don't you? And so I think for Harvick, he's the only guy of RCR who's in the Chase. So if I'm Childress, I'm giving Boyer and Menard and Burton, I'm having them all testing stuff for Kansas.
And you might even have Menard spin out late in the race.
No, come on now. Who are you, Jeff Gordon over there?
Oh, no, that didn't happen.
How important does qualifying become in track position? That's a theme we've seen on the downforce tracks this year. I expect we'll see that at Chicagoland.
Track position is important. I mean, qualifying obviously helps you pick that pit so that you can get in and out of the pits the best, guess where know where the timing lines
are
and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's important. I wouldn't say, if you qualify 20th at Chicago that you're going to be out to lunch.
You still have a fast car. You got enough time to get back up through there. Now, any favorites before we let you go on Chicagoland? Any favorites that you like in the Chase to win this race? You've mentioned a couple. Is there one guy that stands
Johnson
out?
and Kyle Busch are the 2 guys that.
And Jimmy's never won here.
Right, but remember that great battle Kyle and Jimmy had that one year. And then I think you got to look at Jeff Gordon. I mean, he's the one at Atlanta. He's
been probably the best the last month to month and a half.
So I would say those 3 guys. Those 3 guys are my favorites in the Chase, and I would expect them to be strong. And then I think you got to look at Edwards, Kenseth, and Harvick.
Keselowski won Kansas.
Yeah.
And that's our look at Chicagoland with Bob Pockrass of SceneDaily.com. We'll see what happens when we get there. For Buzz Cutler, I'm Bass Masters. We'll see you next time.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.